When your wife is seen kissing the man she said was merely a battle rap friend, you don't cry. If you're Papoose, stead, on the same darn day that you file for divorce, you pop the question to her strongest opponent. Rumor has it that Papoose interrupted Remy Ma and Eazy the block captain in the middle of their embrace. Lie or anything else. Insiders claim that he flew Claressa Shields out the same evening after leveling up instead of blowing up. What comes next? Assume that the hashtag Paparessa already exists. Act as though he didn't. Since Remy thought she was invincible, this love tale has officially turned into a street soap opera, with Instagram lives becoming messy and Twitter flinging confetti. As it happens, Papoose had the decade's most surprising story twist loaded in the chamber. Welcome to the publicity for which you were emotionally unprepared. Eazy has been seeming guilty in group photographs. Ray has been appearing anxious in interviews. And Claressa Sis has been appearing prepared, as though she has been preparing for this outside of the ring with paternity rumors and jail poetry. The first person that springs to mind when you think about hip-hop loyalty is Papoose. Through jail time, feuds, treachery, and Bravo specials, he stood with Remy Ma. Papoose was Mr. Black Love before Black Love was even a hashtag, but that time is now behind him and buried next to their wedding vows because, according to many unnamed sources, he isn't simply walking away quietly. Instead, he is taking a ring for Claressa Shields in one hand and divorce papers in the other. Let's start this from the beginning. At first, fans brushed it off as just music and profanity. But as videos started to emerge from hotel lobbies, backstage parties, and those mysterious private rehearsals, things swiftly became ugly. Then came the studio incident, where Papoose unexpectedly walked up during a late-night session between Remy and Eazy, according to a security report that was released from a recording studio in Midtown. To put it mildly, he did not enter when bars were being written. According to insiders, the video is too explicit to be made public. Papoose drove straight to his lawyer's office without a word, and the papers were served within 48 hours. Not a relative or a process server, but Papoose himself, in person and captured on camera, handed the documents. He was seen standing on Remy's doorway wearing a crisp black sweatshirt and sporting that well-known calm before the storm expression. In the Instagram video that went viral, its only words were, "You had your second chance. This is mine. Peace." TikTok altered the audio. Twitter went crazy. And despite Ree's crew 3 days after Remy Ma and Cad performed Eazy breakup hip-hops power couple and studio scandal, Papoose dropped his second bombshell when everyone was still reeling. The Olympic gold medalist Claressa Shields, who inexplicably missed Remy's last birthday celebration despite being on the list, was the person the paparazzi spotted him with at a private dinner in Miami. Claressa had previously dubbed Remy messy, with too many enemies and too many secrets. This betrayal devastated Papoose in a big way, according to sources, despite the fact that he has always been this quiet, strong type, never messy, never loud, and never venting online like a low-budget reality star. They were holding hands. Champagne was flowing, and one sly waiter snapped a photo of what seemed to be an open ring box on the table. So the dinner was no longer informal. It wasn't a one-time event. Gossip Bill vibe Papoose witnessed everything. For months, Remy and Eazy had been skulking around, and he kept quiet to preserve her good name. But once he received confirmation, everything ended, and fans believed they had witnessed everything. When Eazy the block captain abruptly disappeared in the middle of the road like a magician. Another source claims that Eazy didn't expect it would remain secret, and that when it hit the blogs he founded, he never thought Papoose would quit, much less go public. He canceled engagements, unexpectedly canceled a podcast interview, and stopped talking to Remy in a panic. Although Papoose isn't answering any texts, calls, direct messages, or even messages from common contacts, Remy is reportedly incensed and has been calling him non-stop to attempt to clear the air, claiming that Were misunderstandings and miscommunications? On social media, he has instead been sharing cryptic comments, including a king who knows his worth doesn't sit in betrayal. The most well-liked of them is their connection is being praised digitally in the comment sections of every post, which fans are devouring. While some followers are applauding what they refer to as his glow, others are devastated. A person said, "He stood solid while she was out here changing lanes. Now she's got to watch him ride off with someone who truly sees him." A different post states, "Loyalty isn't love if it's one-sided. When he drops the dead weight, he levels up. No tags, no names, no location, just vibes and intensity." She posted a video of herself punching the heavy bag at the gym, captioning it, "When he drops the dead weight, he levels up." In just 12 hours, the video received over 3 million views. And while Rhee's team remained completely silent, Claressa was spotted crossing airports, smiling as though she had just won another championship with ease and confidence in control. It is providing the rebound arc winner with what comes next. Has Papoose finally left for real? Or is this simply a passionate response to heartache? Is this only a daring public divorce? Or is Claressa actually the new queen of his kingdom? Even those closest to them were taken aback by what transpired next. And that's where part 2 starts. After Papoose presented the divorce papers, like AA went out with Claressa Shields after the delivery the following day, acting like the star of a heavyweight party. After a week of quiet, guess who finally reappeared just when we thought things couldn't get any messier? The blogs, the streets, and every group chat went nuts. The block captain, Eazy, went live from what seemed to be a hotel room with a smile on his face and a backdrop that supporters said resembled an Airbnb. However, Eazy made no attempt at apology, explanation, or denial. Fans don't think it was a coincidence that Remy Ma posted a casual post on her Instagram story months ago. "Some people want loyalty but can't stop playing both sides," he remarked, looking at the camera and drinking his drink, further inflaming the issue. "I saw enough. I gave you my loyalty, and you confused me. Remy, I never meant to hurt you. You know, I still care about you." So why was Eazy's hoodie on our couch? It's caught in the middle of the day and it's being careless. Boom, timeline shattered. Remy, you're making assumptions without knowing the whole story. Be serious. TikTok did what TikTok does, and Remy's Couch Chronicles became a viral skit trend overnight. The creators acted out the moment with dramatic flair, wigs, background music, and every side-eye imaginable. But behind the memes, the situation was tense because Claressa Shields wasn't just watching from the sidelines. Insiders claim she was moving. Fans were blown away when a Twitter user posted Remy Ma trying to explain things while the evidence was just relaxing on the couch, like a guest. Companies like Nike, Gatorade, and Beats by Dre have reportedly expressed interest in a campaign that emphasizes resilience, redemption, and true love. From interviews to co-branded exercises to matching clothing, the entire package is reportedly in motion. And yes, a stylized wedding shoot may already be in the works. It is true that she has been tapped by multiple brands for a fitness rollout. With Papoose, one leaked PR email read, "The Claressa and Papoose narrative is dominating the digital space. Their partnership could reshape the image of Black celebrity power couples." The timing Israel's recent article elicited a frosty response from the public. To put it succinctly, one comment on her article said, "You don't get to start a healing phase when you ignited the flame yourself." The Instagram video that stopped everyone cold followed. With no music or commentary, it was in black and white and featured Remy Ma carefully removing and reattaching her wedding band. Rhee's crew is apparently in a panic with a rebranding campaign centered on forgiveness and healing, as well as a suspected podcast on emotional development and second chances in the works. Look, I don't know the full story, but that man stood by her for years. Loyalty like that is rare nowadays, Cardi B said in a tweet. It was examined by fans as if it were a national inquiry. Based on the nail color in a prior post, several people asserted that the video was shot weeks prior. Others said that despite reality, she still views herself as Mrs. Mackey, citing symbolism in the mirror itself. Naturally, the celebrity responses came in quick succession. Having said that, Papoose deserves better. You might not like it an hour later, but screenshots are irreversible. It's the most outlandish hip-hop narrative twist since Saffir and Nicki and Benzo. Joe Budden even devoted an entire episode to the topic. No one asked him, so he uploaded Ebon claiming it was a genuine one. But now he's making it about himself. Vintage Benzano. Claressa is doing well in the meanwhile. Her fan base has tripled, her memorabilia is selling like crazy, and she is making references to a new YouTube video titled My Side of It's, like a full-fledged streaming romance special. Complete with slow-motion training montages, poetry, lyrics over piano chords, and cinematic pictures of them cooking together, all narrated by Papoose. Although people are either devastated or rooting for them. It's obvious that this isn't simply a breakup breather. It's a full-fledged online battleground. It's extravagant, but in some ways, it's ideal. The Ring, Claressa versus the World teaser, conveys the idea that loyalty, legacy, and knowing who is on your side when it matters are just as important as battling in the ring, even though Remy Ma is currently facing the greatest public relations storm of her career. It is not yet done. Another revelation ignited the internet just when it appeared that the drama was coming to an end. The storyline was entirely flipped on its head with one final video and one final shock. This time, it wasn't a backstage leak or a gossip website. Rather, it came directly from Remy Ma herself. She suddenly uploaded a 3-minute video to her close friend's story. But you know how it goes. Screenshots, reposts, and 10 minutes later, the video was widely shared online, wearing a sweatshirt and sitting by herself in a dimly lit room without makeup. Remy was weeping. After months of rumors and dubious evidence, viewers were surprised when she revealed, "I messed up. I let someone get too close, but I never stopped loving my husband. Papoose is my heart." Her voice cracked as she gazed into the camera. Instead of expressing sorrow, the internet reacted with angry comment sections when Remy effectively verified that the hoodie event on the couch was true. The only reason you're sad now is that Claressa received the ring. You had a husband, a job, and a schedule. Why did you amuse other people? Even pages that used to promote her as the ride or die queen began quietly removing her material, and she lost a man who had been there for her through everything. It all came together in one tweet. She popularized Black love. Then, just as it looked like everything was coming together, a brand new video surfaced that completely shocked timelines. It featured Claressa and Papoose within a pricey piece of jewelry. The man who used to compose poetry for Remy Ma just began a new story with her former fiercest adversary. The following morning, Papoose uploaded a black and white picture to his Instagram without a description. It showed Claressa's hand, wearing the ring up close with his wedding band removed in the background. She gestures toward a display case while he laughs, and as the camera pans in, he puts a ring on her finger. "Is this really happening?" She mouths, and he nods. The backstory alone was painful. According to insiders, Remy lost it following the tweet allegedly dismissing her publicist, postponing her next battle rap event, and canceling 2 press appointments. But Claressa's camp was doing nicely, while hers was in ruins. She posted a video montage including Beyoncé's song Upgrade You, which included her on the red carpet, practicing in the ring, and laughing slowly with Papoose. The last surprise appeared after the caption said, "Sometimes the prize is peace." She doesn't even need to throw punches anymore. The timeline is doing it for her. According to a private production letter leaked to the blogs by an unknown source claiming to work within a reality TV development studio. A Remy against Claressa face-to-face sit-down special is currently in the works, proving that devotion isn't enough. With no plot and only 2 women who were previously rivals now having to cope with the fallout from one man's choice. The memo is titled, "No Love Lost When Loyalty Isn't Enough." The greatest thing is that Papoose has chosen not to take part, and the payoff is supposedly 6 figures apiece, the club stated. Mr. Mackey has respectfully declined, stating he is focused on his new life and won't entertain media that reopens old wounds. Translation: he's so done, he's not even looking back to wave goodbye, and now fans are split. Some say Remy deserves a chance to heal, that she owned her mistake, and that everyone deserves grace. Others say this is karma in high definition, and that Papoose deserves every ounce of happiness after years of loyalty that went unappreciated. One viral tweet said, "He waited for her through a prison sentence. She couldn't endure the agony of losing a loved one." King, sometimes the greatest apologies are the ones you give to yourself. It's trying to heal. It's giving too little, too. Late, it's just living quietly with Claressa, posting poetry and breakfast pics. Remy's most recent post is a fuzzy quotation image. It's straightforward, and the memes are famous. Claressa is seen carrying a championship belt with a ring photoshopped on top, and a photo of Remy taken outside a wedding. The Boy Is Mine music video has even been remade, but it's called "The Man Is Gone." Millions of people were inspired by this love tale, but it ended in a public, terrible, and irrevocable crash and burn. Claressa went from silently squabbling to gaining the guy's affections on the internet when Remy Ma's love for a man couldn't even remain visible when things got heated were discovered by Papoose, who chose to make up with a woman who takes punches for a living but carefully guards his heart. The anecdote also demonstrates that the ring can occasionally be given to the person who put in the most effort to earn respect, rather than simply the finger. Now, the question is, was this how it was always going to end? Was this a moment of weakness for Remy Ma, or was it a sign of something more serious that she never imagined would surface? Was Eazy only the spark that brought it to light, or did he actually care? Is the fairy tale finished because anything may happen in this new age of love, treachery, and hazy boundaries? Claressa may release a diss single. Papoose might surprise us all again. Remy might come back stronger. And Eazy might make a comeback. Behind the scenes, cracks are already starting to appear. Did Papoose move on out of sadness, or did he finally understand his allegiance had an expiration date? Because what we just saw was not only a split, but a complete public reckoning. Claressa Shields took home the story, not simply a man. She went out with a championship belt and a ring, both physically and symbolically, and entered the smoke without ever flinching. However, the true query for all of you is, who do you think? Remy was a skilled manipulator who thought Papoose wouldn't ever leave. Is Papoose merely the rebound with nice PR? Or is Claressa the genuine queen he was meant to be with? Is Eazy only a narrative device in a much bigger drama? Or does he now have a place? This story is only beginning, and we have more receipts than Remy has erased, so don't assume this is the end. The next twist is coming, so please subscribe, leave a comment, and enable alerts. This is the Celeb Tycoon, and we don't just pour tea. Baby Dot, see you later, and empty the kettle.